Amelia publicly criticized Dakota for deliberately seducing Jamie Dornan to destroy her family. Amelia Warner sat alone in her tiny office, the pale yellow light illuminating a wooden desk littered with drafts of her script and old photographs, pictures of her and Jamie Dornan in happier times, and Dakota Johnson at events they'd appeared at together. She took a deep breath, the silence weighing on her mind. She wondered, what had happened to her family? Her husband Jamie's career had been on the rise, but lately, he'd seemed distant, absent-minded, and sometimes nervous. She remembered that look in his eyes, the one that used to sparkle when he looked at her, and now it seemed cold, distant. Dakota, old friend, colleague, frequent guest at events, had seemed to be growing closer to Jamie. But closeness wasn't enough, it was starting to creep into intimate territory. Amelia had thought it was just a rumor, gossip fed by the press, but now she wasn't so sure. 2. The touching word. One day, Amelia decided to confront Dakota. She made a private appointment with Dakota, not in the office, not on the runway, but at a cozy cafe outside central London, where they had gone together as old friends. When Dakota walked in, she looked radiant as usual, her smile light. But her eyes were a little hard to read. They pulled up chairs, ordered coffee, and Amelia began. Nina, Amelia suppressed her old endearment, I've noticed lately, there's something between you and Jamie that I can't turn a blind eye to. Dakota tilted her head, looking confused for a moment. I don't know what you're talking about, Amelia. She cleared her throat. Jamie isn't as close to me as he used to be. He texts less, spends less time with me. And when I call, he's strangely cold. Dakota looked up, her expression worried. Amelia, if I did anything to mislead you, I'm truly sorry. I didn't mean it, but she saw Dakota's eyes flickering in secret. Something was lurking behind those eyes. 3. The crack. Events happened quickly. Rumors were leaking on social media about the relationship between Dakota and Jamie. Some said they were caught together at a luxury hotel in Paris the night before, others said they were too carefree on the red carpet, leaving Amelia feeling awkward. Amidst the confusion, Amelia decided to stand up for her family. She posted on her personal page an old photo of them together with Jamie, with a short caption. Nothing is more precious than love and family. Everything else is fleeting. The status line caused a wave of suspicion. Was it an affirmation of her feelings for Jamie, or a hint that someone was interfering? But she was crushed. The more she was provoked, the more she felt betrayed. 4. Breaking heart, breaking family. One evening, while Jamie was on set for a new movie, Amelia received a text message from a friend in the industry. They have a video of Dakota and Jamie kissing at night. She froze. It felt like ice cubes hitting her heart. But instead of breaking down, anger rose inside her, anger at being betrayed, anger that her best friend had stolen the most sacred thing behind her back. That made her write an accusation. Dakota Johnson intentionally seduced Jamie Dornan to destroy my family. And she went public, on a major social network, an international press forum, to friends, to fans. Each word, like a knife cutting through the fog of uncertainty. She did it on purpose. She plunged into the inevitable media war. 5. The mask falls. Immediately, public opinion was divided into two camps. One side defended Amelia. She has the right to question and protect the happiness of her family. The other side spoke up for Dakota. That woman has no clear evidence. Jamie, standing in the middle, was drawn into the storm. He sent a message to Amelia but did not meet her directly. There seemed to be fear and anxiety in his eyes. I don't want to lose you, but I don't know what's going on, he texted. Amelia arranged to meet to exchange peace. In the empty house behind the yellow lights, they sat silently, facing each other. She looked deep into Jamie's eyes. Do you still respect me? Jamie held her hand, his voice trembling. You were wrong. It shouldn't have come to this. He admitted that he had real feelings for Dakota, not to destroy, but as a distraction in a period of disorientation. He said he was dragged into a mental turmoil, while the cameras and public opinion kept pressing down. Dakota, meanwhile, appeared outside the house, knocking on the door. She stood there, her eyes red. She said, "I didn't mean to. I never intended to separate or hurt anyone. I just got lost in the pressure of my career." Amelia listened, speechless. Everything was chaotic. 3 people, the same cramped space, the same flowery words that couldn't be released. 6. Shush. Doubt. The story spread, and all 3 were criticized. Dakota was portrayed as a cruel seductress, but in reality, she was just someone who was finding herself. Amelia, who was steadfast in her family, but turned out to be the one who extinguished her best friend's smile. Jamie, helpless, like a puppet pulled between too many strings, on an online talk show, when the host asked themselves. Amelia protested. "I just said what I felt. A cruel woman was playing a seduction game, and accidentally broke up my family. I said it out loud. But words are just words." Dakota, facing her, gently. "I also said it out loud. I didn't mean it, but who would believe me when you want to believe I'm the bad guy?" Jamie stands in the middle, his voice choked. "I love both. One is my wife, my companion through many stages of life. The other is my friend, the one I shared my passion for art with. It's all so real, but I'm the one who caused this chaos." Point 7. The thin turns. Time passes slowly. Jamie tries to save the family, and Amelia begins to learn to listen, to understand more. Dakota retreats, works far away, stays quiet in the storm, tries to write a script, uses art to heal. One day, Amelia visits Dakota in the studio. The 2 stand in front of a large painting, where chaotic colors become harmonious, when placed side by side. Amelia asks, "Why did you paint this?" Dakota is silent, her voice thin. "I used to feel broken because I was misunderstood. But I want to paint chaos, so that viewers can feel it for themselves, like we were lost between words and truth." Amelia smiled. The small handshake between the 2 was enough to recall old memories and open a new door. 8. The end, the beginning. In the end, the story ends not with a representative wedding, a splendid reconciliation, but with quiet forgiveness. Amelia and Jamie rediscover family love, not with big words, but with small gestures, cooking together, talking without magazines, without cameras. Dakota closes a chaotic chapter, and starts drawing, writing. Art is like breathing to start over. Jamie balances between wife and friend, learns to take responsibility for his emotions. In the golden sunset, 3 people, each hurt, stand together, no need for big words, just understanding eyes. And the story ends, not because everything is perfect, but because they continue to find each other in a new light, even though the road is long.